Good afternoon. Today I've got a K&B Sportster 20 engine. Now this is the first time in 28 years that I've ever owned a K&B engine for a variety of reasons, but I found this one for a decent price, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Now this was a new in the box engine, still is. It's never seen fuel, never been run before. I've got an APC 9.4 prop on it, the glow plug that was supplied with the engine, Morgan's 10% Omega fuel, and the needle valve open to 2.5 turns as recommended by the manufacturer's instructions. So one of the difficulties with this engine for me is going to be that it does not incorporate a throttle stop screw at all, which means I could inadvertently and very easily close the throttle completely. So the other thing I'm not sure about on this engine is I don't know how easy it's going to be to hand start, or if I'm even going to be able to hand start it the first time, or ever. I don't know much about K&B engines at all, never owned one, so this should be an interesting experiment and video, so stay tuned. Well, my first attempt at a run with this engine didn't work out so well. First thing that happened was I wasn't able to hand start it, so I sat there for about 5 minutes flipping and flipping and flipping, and then a typical Florida afternoon rain shower rolled in, so I had to quickly grab everything, take it in the garage. My garage doesn't have the best lighting or background, so shooting the full video didn't really work too well. I did get it running. As you see, I have a spinner on it now. My electric starter, obviously is going to work much better with a spinner on there. And it started right up pretty much with the electric starter. So I did get it running. I tried to shoot a little video by hand. It's pretty nasty, but I'll put some clips in anyway for you to look at. The thing that was pretty disappointing though was right away, I was running it per the instructions, bubbling rich, really rich, but I was seeing a massive amount of fuel leakage from around the head. So I attempted to tighten the head screws. They were pretty tight. I put a little bit more on them. It was still leaking massively. Massively. There was raw fuel pouring out of the engine, even though the engine was running. So my first attempt at run wasn't really very impressive at all. I'm not too impressed with this right now. It was quiet. It ran. Obviously I had it really rich for the first time. Obviously the instructions say run it quite rich for a while. So I did. This time I might actually try and lean it out a bit. I'm going to have to go grab my electric starter and get it fired up, but we'll give this a shot again and see if the leakage part gets any better. A few drops coming down here, so may not get all this run in, but we're going to give it a shot. Running down and cooling in the back of the engine. I see leakage right here. There it is. Like some of it could be coming from the fourth air. Okay, there you have it. That's actually the second time this engine's been run, and I realized I was running it a little bit harder there than recommended by the manufacturer as far as length of time running at a bubbling rich setting, but I just kind of wanted to see what would happen at various throttle settings and needle valve settings. I mean, the engine runs amazingly well for as much fuel as leaking out of it. I mean, it was literally just pouring out. It looked like from around the head and then just running down the back. I mean, obviously I had a little bit of a leak here, and you know, fuel residue or oil come from the exhaust, which is normal, but it looked like even maybe a little bit of blow by through this vent. So man, I hope that part gets better, because I don't want a leaking engine, you know, pouring out half of my fuel into the airplane. But like I said, it runs amazingly well for as bad of a leak as it seems to have. Now, I don't know if this is typical of these things. This is the first one I've ever had. I don't know. I'm not impressed. I am impressed with how it runs. It's not a hand starter yet. Hopefully it will become one. But, well, the video pretty much showed what it is. I mean, it ran, and for all the leaks, it ran pretty well. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm probably going to take it into the house, disassemble it, tear it down, and look at it, and make sure there's just not something grossly wrong with a mating surface or something. And we'll take it from there, and maybe just keep putting some fuel through it.